Hi again then guys, so we've got another GranTurismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for a bit of an unlikely car, certainly not a car that I expected to be doing a top speed tune for anytime soon. It's the Eagle Talon ESi, which is essentially a variation of the Mitsubishi Eclipse. So you want your racing soft tyres as usual. For your suspension, we've got the ride height on 90, front and rear. Springs we've increased to 650 and 425, dampers and anti-roll to 4, camber slightly higher than usual on 2.5 because it's front wheel drive and at higher speeds it can weave across the road a bit. Neutral toe as always. For the gearbox we've got an auto setting of 205. I haven't adjusted any of the individual gears on this one, and we've got a final drive of 3.4. For the diff we've got slightly different than usual, initial torque of 30. Acceleration on 40 and braking on 20. You don't have to do that, you could just do it the normal way on 565, but I've just chosen to change it up a bit. You want all your power upgrades obviously, and although I haven't fitted it I would recommend NOS. And obviously you want your weight loss. Traction control is turned off as usual. And yeah, so you don't really see that many people, if any, people using this car on GT6, or I personally don't anyway. I see a couple of people using the Mitsubishi Eclipse of this body style, but I don't recall ever seeing anyone use the Eagle Talon. Now, as you can see, this car is completely red. In its standard form, it has a black roof and a black wing, but as you can tell, obviously when you paint it, it does change the roof to the same colour as the body, for those of you who maybe haven't bought the car before. I kind of like it when they do that on the game, allow you to like change the colour of a solid roof, or like in the case of the MGTF where it makes the roof the same colour as the body. Kind of sad, but I just like little details like that. Overall, it's pretty good, to be honest, for its power. Now, I've never particularly liked this car. Well, I've never liked it at all, to be honest. It's front wheel drive, which I don't like, and I always just preferred the Mitsubishi Eclipse, basically. Why go for an imitation when you can get the real one? It has less power, fully tuned, than the Eclipse. As far as I recall it has, anyway. I may be wrong there, actually, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it has less power than the Eclipse, fully tuned. They're both front wheel drive, so you'd expect the performance to be roughly the same. But in the case of this one, it's actually a lot quicker than its power would indicate. It's only running less than 400 horses, but it has a top speed which is better than many racing cars. This is actually faster than the Tickford Ford Falcon V8 touring car. It has a cruising speed of about 224 with this current gear setting. As you can see, it's very close to the red line, so if you do need it to do more slipstream, just extend that final drive a bit more, or you can also increase the top speed auto setting obviously, but this tune's basically just for the car on its own, rather than a draft tune. So like I said, 224 cruising speed. With draft you should be able to get probably 240-ish out of it. And I wouldn't have thought most people would be using this car for extreme top speed racing anyway. So this is really just a tune for the car on its own, just so that you can get a decent speed out of it. But yeah, I hope you find this tune setup helpful. If you did, feel free to subscribe. We put out new tunes every day. And as always, thanks for watching.